Welcome everyone to a beautiful New York City. We are in the neighborhood of NoMad, north of Madison Square Park, which we'll see soon. I just came out of having a brunch and the live stream crashed because I walked on top of the subway in Park Avenue. Didn't realize, but the 6 train line is very close to the sidewalk in terms of elevation, and cell phone reception always struggles when walking above subways here in New York City. Nonetheless, I am back, so slam that like button right now. Every time I have to restart a live stream, a lot of people won't see the notification or not get a notification. So to increase the chances that people who were enjoying the last live stream will come back and enjoy the rest of it, slam that like button right now. And on Facebook, share this video with relevant Facebook groups. Hey, Kay says we're back. Indeed we are. Becky says back on YouTube. Indeed I am. I hope technology gets better where I can easily restart a live stream. Whenever it crashes, I can just restart the same live stream. Hey, Keenan says we're back. Indeed we are. Sean says, what's the temperature today? So it's about 58 degrees Fahrenheit here in New York City. Pretty sunny skies. I have to update Nightbot, so ignore Nightbot. Sorry, it's still stuck in the UK. And hello, Colleen. Nice to see you. Hello, Lynn. Hello, Denny Girl. Thank you so much for a $5 super chat. I appreciate you. Thank you. Lawrence, it's such a beautiful city. It is indeed. Gorgeous city. Camilla says, are you happy to be back in New York? I'm always happy to be in New York, but I am eager to travel again. So I am in the midst of planning that. This is the New York Life Insurance Company building. Gorgeous building here. Beautiful decoration. Look, they have hearts. That's cool. Hey, Inkspire Life says, nice to see you back in your element. Says Debbie, come to NZ. I would love to go to New Zealand. I heard restrictions there are very tough right now, so hopefully they lessen. Hopefully things open. As I mentioned, I do live videos outside. Wearing a mask nowadays is kind of a bit of a pain when it comes to doing a live video, so I stick to places where there's no restrictions on, no enforcement on wearing a mask outdoors. I don't mind indoors, but outdoors, it kind of defeats the point of doing a live video at this point, so that's why I'm doing places where they don't have those restrictions. Hopefully New Zealand, Australia, Germany takes away those restrictions in the near future. Do you think airplane fares will go down soon? Dwayne, that's a great question, Dwayne. They're very high right now. So let me pause over here. I gotta put on my sunglasses. We're gonna walk through Madison Square Park. Prices for airplanes, super expensive. I want to go back to Ireland, but it's too cost prohibitive because of the airfare. It is upwards of $1,000 round trip to go back to Ireland. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I can't justify it right now. And then a few other similar places are also that big in price. And I'm not sure why airplane costs are so high. Maybe it's because of the rise of gasoline prices due to the conflict in the Ukraine. That might be the case. Lovely looking at your site, says Shahid. Oh, I'm so glad you're enjoying it. Ron says no restrictions in Kate's kitchen. Yeah. Fuel prices, that might be the case. Hey Ron, here. Keenan says you should go to Johannesburg and Cape Town. I'll need a bigger budget for those places because of flights. But yeah, I would love to one day go to South Africa. This is a very powerful memorial dedicated to in memoriam of the people who lost their lives, of course, and were brutally killed during the Holocaust here at Auschwitz. And this was made by Harriet Feigenbaum, and it's located right here at this beautiful appellate courthouse. Beeble, nice to see you here. 179. Much for the super chat. Appreciate you. It says indifference to injustice is the gate to hell. Wendy's having a cocktail. Ooh, nice. Good job having a cocktail. Beeble, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. Susie, nice to see you here. Are there any donuts left? There's plenty of donuts you can find in New York City. That's a great thing. So you'll never be out of donuts in this great city. Even no matter the time. The best quality donuts are of course open during the day, but at night you can find any type of donut, any type of bodega. There's a donut. Oh, ignore Nightbot. Oh, I gotta really update Nightbot. Sorry, everyone's getting very outdated messages. Ignore all those Nightbot messages. The ones that talk about time and the location. Is Madison Square Park. We were at north of Madison Square Park in a neighborhood cleverly named NoMad. New Yorkers, very clever. We are very clever people. Janice, nice to see you here. Janice celebrates 11 months of being a member. Hey, Janice, thank you so much for being a member for 11 whole months. I appreciate you. Mr. Bot, nice to see you here. Hey, Francesco is having prosciutto de Sauris in Friuli. Wow, Francesco. So, wow, that is... Francesco is calling back to the amazing live streams we did with What a Shame Mary Jane in Friuli, Italy. And we went up to Sauris, which was up in the Friulian Alps. Beautiful live stream, and I'm so glad you end up getting yourself a prosciutto ham from that area. That's amazing. So lively vibes here when it's sunny. I love that. How about the West Coast, says Alex. Stay tuned. There'll be something, somewhere, someplace, someone. In regards to where I'm going next. Oh, I love seeing the Flatiron from the distance. So cool. Alfred Stieglitz, the famous photographer, said that to him, seeing the Flatiron on a cold morning day is like seeing a massive, gigantic hull of a ship coming through the midst of the ocean. Well, I'm paraphrasing. They said something along those lines. Sally says, come to Washington State. Let me know, what is there to do in Washington State? And we walked right by this building earlier. That is the New York Life Insurance building. And there we can see the golden top. I love, love, love the architecture here. Let me visit my my penthouse. Who wants to go up to my penthouse? Let me know. Right up there. It only cost me a mere $11 million. Not too bad. Sally says you would love Seattle. Oh, I'm so glad to hear that. Susie says, sure, let's go. I'm glad you're down. This is what happens when you relegate kids during a global pandemic to have classes outside. The desks just turn into trees. Oh my god, love the buildings and the skyline, says Marina. Oh yes. S. Fields says, I love Seattle. Sounds interesting with all that coffee culture. I'm curious, for all the Seattleites, is that how you're called? Seattle aliens? Seattlers? Let me know, what is the current coffee culture, aside from the history of Starbucks? Is there actually good, still very high quality, independent coffee shops? Wow. Great cold brew. Try Burke Street Bakery, which I featured in the last video. If you want to see a great casual brunch that you can have, where it's not super packed during the Saturday. Because on Saturdays and Sundays, pro tip, if you want to have brunch, either go prior to 11 a.m. or after about 3 p.m. because brunch usually stops around 4 in most places, which is pretty late actually compared to Europe. But that is the sweet spot if you want to go in casually, not make reservations, and kind of sit down a little bit more at ease. Otherwise, you can go to smaller coffee shops like Burke Street Bakery, because most brunch places are packed with a lot of people. Some of them don't even accept reservations, so you might need to wait for a while to sit down. So that's my pro tip, before 11 a.m. Susie says, I only do breakfast or lunch. Oh, Susie, it's funny, I eat breakfast and then I eat brunch. So I eat both. I don't even do lunch anymore. Hey, Ivana, nice to see you here. Take the Amtrak and enjoy the scenery, says.
Take a look around. The sky is finally open.
I never seen this fountain on. I would love them to turn it back on at some point. Saw a lot of people here outdoor dining. Catherine says, I love brunches. Oh yeah, me too. Ah, beautiful Flatiron. Outdoor seating is open to everyone, but the covered ones belong to Shake Shack. But pro tip, no one really checks. George says, who's singing? Oh, a girl down there. Someone's playing a great song. What song is this on the saxophone? Oh my god, this guy's playing Cinema Paraiso on the trumpet by Ennio Morricone. Oh wow. Cinema Paraiso. So that was Cinema Paraiso, which is a film, great Italian film made in the late 80s, early 90s. And that song is from the final scene of that film, that even if you watch it out of context, if you don't care to see a full 2.5-hour epic Italian film, just search Cinema Paraiso on YouTube, ending. And even out of context, it will make you feel all the feels. So check out Cinema Paraiso. Great song made by the amazing composer who also composed The Good, Bad, and the Ugly, Quentin Tarantino's Hateful Eight, and many others, called Ennio Morricone, Italian composer. And here now he's playing Fool's Russian. It was sad though, says Camilla. It's bittersweet. I wouldn't call it sad, but yes, I can see why it might be interpreted as sad. To me, I find it bittersweet. So here's the famous shake. Oh my God, they changed the facade of they're changing the facade of this historic building, the New York insurance, the Met Life insurance building. That's so sad. Extended all the way down here, but it seems either they gutted it or they just completely rebuilt it new. Can't quite tell. They're using the same color stone, at least. And here is Roscoe Conkling, the man who dared to defy a blizzard and failed. Check out my short video about that on TikTok, Ariel Vieira, or Urbanist, or Facebook on Urbanist Live. Welcome back to New York City. I'm glad to be in New York. All right, everyone, let's go up to the penthouse. I'm moving in right now to this new penthouse. Only cost me a mere $11 million. Wasn't too bad, right? $11 million is not that much. What should I have spent that much? Let me know. Do you think it has cool views? DS says, nice sweaters lately. Thank you so much, DS. I appreciate that. Susie says, yes, give us the grand tour. Super tall view. It's cool because this building is not blocked by neither north or south. So you can both see the views of downtown and midtown Manhattan skylines. Rob says, I'll take 4 floors, please. Where is the entrance to this building? I don't even know the entrance to my own apartment. Is the entrance on the other side of the street? Oh, I think the entrance to my new apartment is on the other side of the street. There's like a subtle entrance here, but I'm not sure if one can walk in. Hey, Susie says, lucky you with the chopped right downstairs. Yeah, I not tried chopped. I like sweet green. I gotta try chopped at least once. But I do love Dig. Dig is amazing. Used to be called Dig Inn. Great American food, rice bowls, good American rice bowls. Catherine says, moving on up. I'd say, yeah, indeed I am. Nicole says, welcome back. Thank you so much. Grod says, no entrance. Just come in with your helicopter. That might be the only way to get inside, yeah. Susie says, I tried them. They were in Brookfield Place. Yeah, well, let me know what you think. Marina says, as long as the elevators keep on working, I'd love to live in a high rise. It is quite requisite to have an elevator working. Building owners would. Astoria dip. Coney Island. Where you want to go? Let me know. We can go. Yours. Wendy says, please, no Times Square. But when I gotta move away from the subway. Okay, wow. I'm not sure what has been happening with cell phone reception by the subways. I'm not sure what's happening with the cell phone reception by the subways. It's kind of struggling a bit. I'm not sure why. It did not struggle that much before, but we're back. And Dutch is watching from 56th Street. Cool, Dutch, you're in Manhattan. That's awesome. Thank you so much for tuning in, Dutch. Hope you're doing well, man. And your triplex penthouse actually cost 70 million. It says this one is not 70 million. It should be a little bit lower than that. But let's see if we can go inside. KJ says people don't seem to be don't mind being filmed. Of course, there's always a fine line. No one cares if I'm filming. But in New York, do watch out if you film someone. Always, feel it out. But yes, in New York, really, people don't care if you're filming. It's very similar to the UK as well. Catherine says, great vibe in the city today. I agree. I agree. Daryl says the cell towers are being updated recently. Here? Really? Look good in them shades, says Wendy. Oh, thank you so much, Wendy. Can you be tired of Times Square, says Alexander? I think you can. Alex says, who's the greatest New Yorker in your opinion? Me. Greatest New Yorker, in my opinion, that's a great question. Seriously, it's me. No, I think the best New Yorker, I would say adopted New Yorker. He wasn't raised here, but he has been living here for the past maybe 20 years. Hugh Jackman. Favorite New Yorker of mine. I think once you start crossing 7 years, I think you could be considered a New Yorker. So Hugh Jackman gets my vote. Says anything for the Ukraine. I don't talk about politics nor current events. But if you do want to see the little Ukraine, if you want to see some Ukrainian food, I can do that. Stay tuned. I've been meaning to cover Veselka again in New York City. This is the entrance to the apartment building. Well, of course he is, yeah. Yep. Here it is. So, bad service in these parts. But yeah, this is the entrance to my penthouse right there. 1 Madison. Cool entrance. I like that the entrance is on the opposite side of the street, so it's a little bit more private. So I won't be swarmed by fans when coming into my apartment. It's very nice. It seems like this is the common area for the skyscraper. It's so cool because skyscraper's all the way over there, so that building must extend pretty far down. It must even have like some type of backyard space or something like that. So that's cool. Wendy says, I would love it if we can have coffee here. Entrance is a bit of a letdown, says Kay. Should be more fancy. I kind of like it that way. Kay, I know what you mean. Yeah, if you're paying millions of dollars, you might want more extravagant. It definitely looks nice. It's not extravagant. I kind of like it that way because it's a bit subtle. So if you are indeed a resident of here, and I'm joking around, I'm not an actual resident of this building, but if you were a resident of this building, it's more low-key, so it's not ostentatious. And of course, some people who might live here might be public figures, so they might not want to live in a place that really sticks out. Urbanist for quite a while, you probably tour. Okay, there was some popular music. You probably noticed I've published extra tours of New York City, where I mentioned a group called Felicity House. It's a group where, like a clubhouse for women who have autism, and they constantly hire me to do tours of New York City. And they're really cool people to work with, and they're headquartered. Cynthia says nondescript. Sounds good to me. Yep. Yeah. I gotta see if real estaters covered it. Oh my God. Bought my 25 million. That's quite a lot. Dean, thank you so much. So Dean has found out that the guy in which the TV series from HBO Succession is based on bought the penthouse for $57.25 million. And it's a triplex. Oh my God, I didn't even realize it was 3 floors. That's a lot. Bob, we meet again. Bob is here with his Bobettes.
He was like super chill.
Hey, Cynthia says in 2019 I was in a cab accident in front of Almonds, of the restaurant we just passed. Oh no, Cynthia, sorry to hear that. I hope you have recovered. Wendy says, and Frank. Yep, Frank is up there. Ziomada too. Rob says, feed him samosas. Maybe some dosas as well. Catherine says, geez, Rupert Murdoch outbid you? How dare he? Yeah, well, that guy has always had, he's always been kind of a ruthless businessman, so. To the next one. I'll grab the even bigger penthouse in Midtown, Central Park Tower. We got a place called Lovesack that sells mattresses. good name. AAP says, have you ever been to Keen's Steakhouse? No, not yet. Kay says, don't forget there's a new Stars Target. Yes, if you do send stars, I will be covering more of the best of Europe on live stream. So you can join me around beautiful places. Enjoy from the comfort of your own home. Sitting down, chilling out on your own phone or big screen TV, wherever way you wish. I have a stars target of, I put 50,000 stars. If we get to that target, I'll be showing you more of the best of Europe in early summer. And of course, super chats and patrons, all that goes to showing you more cool places here in New York, other places in the US, and places in Europe, and maybe in the near future, Asia as well. Shaky Dave says, I like the cathedral, the Bath Abbey tour. Yeah, the Bath, it was not cathedral, it was an abbey. Though they kind of look similar. It was really, really great place, yeah. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Let's cross. Nicole says, I love your glasses. I'm so glad. This guy is playing cool guitar. Cynthia says, I was working on my front yard, but now that you're on. Oh my god, can't get enough of those skyscrapers, says Marina. Yeah, yeah, indeed. George says, Italy and Greece once more. Oh, believe me, I want to cover Italy and Greece again. There's definitely many places I want to cover for a second time. Italy, Italy's just gorgeous everywhere. There's so many beauty, so much architectural and natural beauty in Italy. I would love to cover Ireland, UK, of course. France, I covered 4 years ago, a little bit less. Yeah, 4 years ago at this point. I want to go back. City looks clean, says Christine. Yes, it is. It is indeed very clean. Very clean city. Right. Yes, in general it is clean, despite the garbage on the floor. Cheeky Dave says, we travel around the world via Ariel. Yes, indeed you do. Let's check out Devoción. How's Devoción doing? The famous coffee shop here in this area. Any Asian countries on your list? When they start opening up, I'll be considering Japan will be on the top of my list. But as I mentioned, I'm not keen to go to places where you still are required to wear a mask outdoors. It just kind of makes live video a little bit too awkward, I think. I'm a bit more keen on covering places where there's not that restriction in place. So here's Devoción. Devoción, very famous coffee shop. Very full, but surprisingly not crazy full today. Catherine says, again, your Italy trip was stunning. Oh yes. Lake Como, oh my god, Friuli, and not that expensive. Do Helsinki again, says Susie. You know, Susie, I really do want to do Helsinki. And I was researching that Iceland has removed all restrictions. So I've been tempted to do Iceland. Cold, but once summer hits, I just might be tempted to go to Iceland, at least for a week. Iceland, not Ireland, just to clarify. Baola says, Devoción is Colombian coffee. Yes, it is. Colombian coffee. Very good coffee shop. That's why it's so popular. AAP says also Manila, Jakarta. I would love to cover Jakarta, Kuala Lumpur as well. Many places in Europe to cover. Dean says Europe is solely open. Not quite the case, Dean. France, from my research today, France, Netherlands, Germany, Austria, and a few other places require you to have a booster shot. Some of those countries still require to wear masks outdoors. And some of them still require V-passes to get into restaurants and such. Shaky Dave says, with this you can buy 1 cup of coffee. Shaky Dave with $10 super chat. Putting on those dollar bills, yo. With that, I can actually get 2 coffees. Thank you so much, Shaky Dave. I appreciate you. I will be featuring another coffee at some point in these live streams. So thank you so much. I already had 1, but stay tuned. Maybe we'll do a coffee next live stream I do. Iceland is beautiful, but mega expensive. I heard. Yeah.
Not this Sunday.
Susie says it's 34 degrees Fahrenheit in Helsinki right now. Wish I was here. Indeed, Helsinki is a gorgeous city. Definitely one of my favorite places I visited. B. Chris says, how easy is it to make a living on YouTube? It's very easy, B. Chris. It takes a few short steps. You can do this very easily. All you need is to purchase my $5,000 course where I explain how to become YouTube famous in 10 steps or less. But I'll give you first step. First step in my $5,000 course is make videos for 5 whole years on a daily basis without making little money. I didn't make 0, but little money. And traveling only within your own city. I got mute. Tracy, thank you so much for 100 stars. I'll probably get demonetized for this, but it's worth it. It's really cool. Speaking of Frank Sinatra yesterday.
Just the way you look tonight.
Rob, thank you so much for 300 stars. Shaky says, I see my future career right here. I'm so glad. So yesterday I went to Frank Sinatra's hometown of Hoboken. That's where he grew up. Johnny says it's 44 degrees where you're at. That's cool. Annette, thank you so much for 1,000 stars. Ooh, we're getting a lot of stars today. Thank you so much, everyone, for the stars. They're also worth double through April, so we only have 13 days left for them to be doubled up, as far as Facebook tells me. So 13 days left. Thank you so much. That means you're sending 2,000 stars on Facebook. Here's the farmer's market. Hey, how's it going?
I follow you on TikTok.
Oh, you do? Oh, cool. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I saw you. I was like, wait, I know that guy.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm actually doing a live video right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, do it on YouTube. Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Cool.
How long you been watching for?
Not much. I'm not on TikTok that much.
Okay.
But yeah, but I just because I follow things on in New York City. I remember you tell that story about that the whale in Soho.
Oh yeah.
Like even like I went there and it was so fun. Yeah, I love your content.
Oh, that's awesome. Are you from New York?
No, I'm not from here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I've been here for a long time.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. What's your name?
I'm Joanna.
Joanna. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Leave a comment so I know who you are next
yeah,
time.
I
Have a
will.
good day, Joanna.
Bye.
Bye. Okay, so shout out to Joanna for tuning in on TikTok. Thank you so much. Martin says, is it true that you're not allowed to have copyright music? If I have copyright music, the music company ends up puts ads on my videos and ends up taking all the money. No matter how long the video is and no matter how short I featured the music. But I do have the ability to mute the music and put my own ads back on, so it's not too bad. Hey, Tanya says, I love the sweater. Thank you so much, Tanya. I appreciate that. Thank you. Andy Warhol's first location is close, says Alejandro. Great question, Alejandro. Yes, the Andy Warhol's famous studio was in this general vicinity. I think it might have been here. Don't quote me on this, but it is definitely in Union Square. I think it was in this general area. So if anyone knows, it was in this general area. Marita says, where's Annette? Annette's based in Manchester, not here. Rob says it's a jumper, not a sweater. Rob, we are back in the US, so we start... Everyone, to the great British people who tune in, the English, the Welsh, the Scottish, I love your countries. Beautiful, beautiful cultures and languages and lingo you all have. But from the bottom of my heart, we are in America, and we're no longer using your terms. It's a sweater here, in American. Wiki says his first studio was in East 47. Yeah, that might have been his first studio, but he definitely had a studio here. This is where the studio, where I think he was shot at, unfortunately, or he came right after he was shot. Very sad story with him. Boho says, glad to have you back. It's Boston Tea Party all over again, says Rob. Well, Andy Warhol ornate building is the tall one, this one or this one? Oh, this one, this second one. Isabel, send 1,200 stars. Thank you so much. If it's worth the double through of April 1st. So thank you so much. That's 2,400 stars. Look at that right here. So right here, one of these Andy Warhols, either one of these white buildings was Andy Warhol's. Marina says you would stand out with that gorgeous sweater. Indeed I do, Marina. Yes, indeed I do. Thank you so much. I find it very amusing when people say hi to me and they say hi in a way like they know me. Of course you do, because you watch my videos. But the familiarity sometimes tricks me, because I'm like, ooh, do I know this person? Like, are they a friend I met in real life? They're like, oh no, they they recognize me from social media. And I find that funny sometimes. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we have Frank here at it again. Frank trying to woo the ladies, but has no luck. Frank has been trying. He doesn't know Bob's ways. Bessie says, what time is it? What time is it? It's hammer time. Cue the music. But seriously, Bessie, time is an illusion. It's a human construct meant for us to be grounded upon this earthly realm in order to continue the illusion of human existence and that separation, to blind us from the true oneness that is all and everything in this beautiful multiverse of existence. That's what time it is. But really, so it's like 3:17 p.m. Thank you so much, Janice. I appreciate that. George says, yeah. Frank is struggling here. Anyone has dating tips for Frank? Do let me know. Anyone has mating tips for Frank? Rob says you need to write a book of those escapades of pigeons. I am tempted. I'm really tempted. Kathy says time is all relative. Indeed it is. But right now it's relatively 3:18 p.m. What statue is that? So it's Frogbird. Oh, I don't know. War hero. There's a few war heroes here. Oh no, that was not a war hero. That was just a woman with her child. But probably means something allegorically. Cynthia says, Frank, she is not interested. Yeah, all right. Yeah. It's a persistent fellow. Reggie is laughing, saying, oh, you hit her with the metaphysics of time. It's all jokes. But seriously, time is a construct. Shilaka says, you're doing good. Hey, thank you so much, Shilaka. Dakashay, the great song, Dakashay. All right, let's see what's happening here. Who wants to join the protest? Let me know. Live protest here on Urbanist. Oh, it's a protest, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yes. Things are definitely being protested at this protest.
Okay, man. I just want to say one thing. They're going to do it over again. They're going to do it again. There's a pandemic treaty being negotiated right now.
Esfiel says it's a no ananas protest. Basically a no pineapple protest from Italy.
World Health Organization has to say, and as soon as every nation in the world...
So as the great Mitch Hedberg, one of the most famous comedians, was based in New York City. Check him out. Unfortunately died very young. Famous for his one-liners. He said one joke. He says, I'm against picketing and I want to protest it, but I don't know how. Just think about that. Rob, for anyone who's wondering what the no pineapples, no ananas means, it is a reference to Milan. There was a anti-COVID restriction protest happening in my last live video in Milan, and I joked around. Of course, the people who were protesting are going through their own things, but I was joking around, making light of the situation, saying that it was a protest against putting pineapple on pizza. Janice says, love Mitch Hedberg, poor guy. Yep. That one joke is sometimes you have to kind of think about it just for a second, but it's very funny. Alice says, is quoting me, saying, things are definitely being protested at this protest. Alice, thank you so much. I fancy myself a wordsmith. I'm words with good. Oh yeah. I know how to eloquate with mouth noises. Oh yeah. It's pretty, yeah, pretty street art over here. I think it's probably made by the city. Cynthia says it's quite a dilemma to protest protests. Yeah, quite a dilemma. Still trying to figure out how to do it. Oscar, shout out from Puerto Rico. Oh, bienvenidos de Puerto Rico. La Isla de Encanto. Welcome from Puerto Rico. Sfield says some groups lost jobs. Yes. So yes, there are of course serious issues that are being protested there. So not to make light of everything there, of course. Sfield, thank you so much for letting us know. Will you ever make a video of California, says Frogbert. I heard California is an anarchist state where roving gangs are on the loose, smoking oregano and causing mayhem and havoc upon the streets of sunny California, all while Hollywood films are also being made. I've heard about that, so I'm not sure. I heard there are very dangerous taco vendors out there in LA. I heard that the tech companies have been running amok. Wendy says, oh, I want coffee now. Roy says, I'm in California area. Sure, I'm in no such gang. I'm glad to hear that, Roy. You're one of the good ones. Thank you so much. One of the good Californians. AAP says, yes, must check out San Diego. I'm curious about San Diego, yeah. I just moved to Los Angeles from Detroit, says Frogbert. Oh, cool, Frogbert. So Ron says, Ariel will do an 8-hour documentary about an 8-hour documentary that discusses 8-hour documentaries. That is genius, Ron. But in all seriousness, yes, I would love to show California at some point. Wow, I like that. Tim says, sir, your articulate abbreviations whilst you perambulate or supranal. Those are great words. You must be very educated. I like that. Thank you so much for a $10 super chat. As I said, I love to eloquate mouth noises. It's very nice. Oblivations. I think that is a real word. It is a very good one. Susie says educated. Yes, I am very educated. My English is very good looking. As the great Celia Cruz said. Sorry, my English is not very good looking. Sahib. Oh, Sahib, this must be a sign. Sahib has mentioned, don't repeat it right now, if you read in the comments, but someone has mentioned a certain place that I was thinking in my head right now, at this very moment in time, literally. Should I go here? Should I try to show you this place? And you mentioned it, so I think that might be a sign. So let me know if you want to try a cafe slash bakery that gets really filled up. It might be too full, but we can try to go there nonetheless and see if it's good. So as I mentioned, if you read it, don't repeat it. I'll let you know at the end if we do visit it, if it's worth it. I'll let you know the name. So let me know if you want to try a place that might be too full and we might absolutely fail at getting inside or trying to buy something to go, but do you want to try anyway?
Yeah, and then if we ever go together, if you ever want to.
Jackie, nice to see you here. Shaky Dave says it's a sign. Oh yes. Here's another dig. Great chain. Wendy says, please go. Marina says, yes, please. Ron says, is it Krispy Kreme? Ron. Great guess. Susie says, is it Greg's? Oh, how I wish Greg's was in New York. But no, alas, there is no Greg's in New York City. Christine says, ik spreek ein schoon sprach. I don't know what that means. Sorry, Christine, I do not read German. Rob says Duncan. Oh, these are some good guesses. Okay, we're about a 10-minute walk away. Let's see. Hey, Aki's from Santorini. Ooh, Aki's, you're a local Santorinian. So cool. Yeah, I remember you tuning in for quite a while, but I didn't realize you were from Santorini. So cool. Akis, thank you so much for tuning in. Esfield says, I don't see myself living in a city that's not walkable. I agree. I agree. I cannot fathom to deprive myself of the beautiful walkability of cities like New York. Christine says, I speak a beautiful language. Thank you so much. Kay says, don't forget to share and like this video. Yes. Wow, we got 500 people tuning in at the same point. I missed having 500 people tuning in at the same point. That happens very rarely outside of New York and Italy. So thank you so much, everyone, for 500 people tuning in. Slam that like button. And here's a favorite coffee shop of mine. I'm not gonna stop here, but it's called Everyman Espresso. And it's really, really good. Exceptional coffee inside of this awesome theater called the Classical Stage Company. They usually do specifically Shakespeare productions. Haven't been to the theater yet. Gotta go one of these days. Sahib recommends 2 other places. Okay, thank you so much. Julian says that dude was also excited. Yeah, a lot of people are excited, yes. Oh, this is a new business. It used to be, I think it used to be called Tyler Durden's. Now it's called the Ugly Duckling. I like that logo. That's kind of cool. Good looking man with a beard and a denim watching us, says Audrey. Was there someone passing by? Maybe, yes. It happens. Sometimes there's people who are very intrigued by what is this man doing speaking to a camera? Why is this devilishly handsome gentleman wearing an extremely cool sweater in a blazing hot day speaking to a camera by himself? What is he doing? Why is he doing that? So many questions, and sometimes it befuddles people to such an extent that they look at me with awe and befuddlement. So now we are transitioning into the East Village. So the East Village, great neighborhood to hang out on a Saturday or any weekend night, or during the day as well, especially for brunch, and always super lively. Really great, vibrant vibes here, and great collection of restaurants. Excuse me. Janice, I think you're watching behind. If everyone could let know Janice or people on Facebook to refresh the page, or if you're on YouTube to press that live button, because I think some people might be watching behind. AAP is sending me a coffee. Oh, thank you so much. Seal sent 200 stars. Thank you so much. Other ways to contribute is patreon.com/urbanist. You're gonna get bonus content of the Explorers Club, really cool secret club here in New York City. I end up getting full access to it, which is really cool. There is full tours already available of Dennis Sever's house, one of the coolest house museums you'll see in London. Full tour to the Churchill War Rooms, extensive tour by two amazing tour guides of one of the most important places for World War II history, plus a plethora of other extra content from Ireland, from Italy, from Greece, and from New York. Patreon.com/urbanist, or press that join button on YouTube, or that become a supporter button on Facebook. Patreon is where I get most of your contributions, and PayPal is for a single time contribution. Catherine says, let's spot a celebrity. This would be a great neighborhood to spot a celebrity. Timothy Chalamet has been seen here many, many times. He might live in one of these neighborhoods. He either might live in Soho or in the East Village. I think he might live in Soho. People who live in the East Village is Daniel Craig, James Bond, and his wife, Rachel Weisz. They both live in the East Village. Let me know what other celebrities live here. There's a few others. Sesfiel says, I just made myself some avo toast for late lunch. Ooh, cool. How many people in New York City regularly drive? You know, that's a great question. You'll be surprised. New York, in direct comparison to the European countries, there's more people who drive around. There's no congestion pricing thus far in New York, so you can freely drive anywhere within the city, even the most crowded areas. Parking might be a little bit hard, but there's still plenty of parking available, unlike the European cities, say a Paris or a London or a Rome. Beyond that, there's a lot of people who live in places that are not so transit friendly that come into the city, such as New Jersey, Long Island, parts of eastern Queens, parts of southern Brooklyn. Nicole says Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, I think, lives in New York. I'm not sure where. That's a great question. Esfiel says she's gorgeous. Yeah, oh yeah. I used to have a huge crush on Rachel Weisz when I saw Mummy Returns. You can call it an awakening. Did you see any celebs on cameras? It's pretty funny. Yes, you mentioned Sarah Jessica Parker, which I did show spontaneously when she was doing, she was working at one of her shoe stores. I've shown, very long time ago, I showed Emeril Lagasse, not Emeril Lagasse. I keep forgetting that guy's name. Not Emeril Lagasse, but the other famous Italian-American chef. Not Bourdain either. I've shown Action Bronson once. I chatted with him for like 1 minute. He was way too high to have a coherent conversation. Cool guy though, very good rapper. That's it. I don't think I've seen that many celebrities while walking around. I think one time I passed by Serena Williams. So here's Village East Cinema. And this place is cool because the main theater here is still built in a very historic theater. Thank you, Roy. It was Mario Batali. Thank you so much. I've managed to interview Mario Batali at an event during a live video 4 or 5 years ago. Ron says, have you asked Rise in New York if you could use your documentary with them? No, they hired me for the exhibition, so it's not really for public distribution. Mo says, welcome back to UK. Thank you so much. To New York City. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for the stars. Rebel says, I've seen Jennifer Connelly. Ooh, yes. Another old childhood crush of mine. That's so cool that you saw her. Her husband is Vision. Oh, I didn't realize he was Vision from Avengers. That's cool. Virginia says, was that a movie theater you just passed? Yes, it was. Village East. Do recommend it, especially the main theater. Where am I? I think we're only a block away. We're close. So here's St. Mark's Church on the Bowery, which is known for having the ghost of Peter Stuyvesant. So Cynthia says that bar with the pig has a history. I don't know too much about it, but it's so cool. A lot of the bars here have quite a bit of history. We're also near Coyote Ugly, which they made the film. There's many bars associated with famous musicians that played here in the 70s. Well, since the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Lorraine is back. Nice to see you here, Lorraine. I love this little corner here in New York City. I'll show you one of the more beautiful streets. Also, McSorley's is nearby. That is right, Joseph. McSorley's the oldest, one of the oldest continuously running pubs in all of New York. Ludo says the cars seem to drive so fast. Is there a speed limit? There is a speed limit, but not everyone abides by it. Mo says it looks warm. It is indeed warm. Here's amazing 787 coffee. In this neighborhood, there's a great coffee shop every corner. 787 is a coffee shop special to me because it is Puerto Rican. So it's actually Puerto Rican coffee. Very rare to find Puerto Rican coffee in New York. But that is not the place I want to show you. Is that Trinity Church? No, this is St. Mark's Church in the Bowery. And this church was the parish church of the last Director General of New Amsterdam before it was handed over to the British and became New York. His name was Peter Stuyvesant. And to this day, there are rumors of people who hear his wooden leg being dragged across the church floors late at night. He still haunts this place. Susie says, feels like we're all going on a picnic. I think we are, yeah. The best coffee is Cuban coffee in Miami. Cuban coffee is great. It's just, you can't drink it black. It's too harsh. Cynthia says, oh boy, Ariel, I have work to do. I can't leave the live. Cynthia, fret not. We only have one more stop left on this nice, beautiful stroll through a Saturday here, springtime in New York. One last stop, permitting that it's not too packed or they're not sold out of everything. Right here used to be one of the more famous theaters, which is now a Chase Bank. And there was a lot of Yiddish stars, and actually not Yiddish, this was a concert venue. Johnny says, are you in the village? Indeed I am in the village. So here it is, let's check it out. Wow, this is full. God, really full. I am shocked. Well, not so shocked actually. I come here usually in the weekdays, and it's not that full. So this is a super popular place. But vote now. Shall we wait? Should be maybe a 10-minute wait, or shall we continue on for finding a coffee with no wait? Vote now for our hold your peace. Kay says, let's wait. Joseph says, stay. Turkish coffee is amazing too. Not here, this is not Turkish. This place is Swedish. But of course, there's Turkish coffee all around New York. Rob says, I'd go somewhere on. Virginia recommends continue on. Nicole says, depends on you. Wait, it's worth it, says Annette. I think it is, yes. I've been here twice before. I really love it. It's also a bakery, April. So April says 10 minutes for just coffee. It's also a bakery. So not just coffee. Sahib says it goes quick. All right, Sahib. Let's see. Anthony says, tired of Starbucks, so you are. Adam says, long lines, so stupid. Marina says, yes, please, wait. Johnny says, New York Italian food is the best in the world. There's one really great Italian-American bakery nearby that you can also grab a great classic Italian. Is espresso, which is called Venero's. That's nearby. I do recommend it, but not today for this live show. Rob says IKEA never looks so good. It's a great design. Definitely, that's the case. Cynthia says, can you call in for coffee? It depends. Very popular places have like a call in ahead, but not all places. A place like this is not big enough yet.
Yes. Or do you want to? You can also hang out right here if you want. You can wait for something to open up, or just like post up right here. If you don't have any success finding a table, but you're also more than welcome to stand here and just like look.
Okay, we are officially waiting. Stay tuned. Guadalupe says the line is moving fast. Indeed it is. Audrey says Swedish coffee is the best. My mistake. I said Swedish. No, I'm Swedish. It's another Scandinavian country. It's Danish. Danish. I said Swedish because I was thinking of Fabrik, which is another great coffee shop in Meatpacking District. It's Danish. So they do pour over right there. Thank you so much for 100 stars. I appreciate it. So they have these fancy espresso machines that are very modern, not those huge ones that you see. So most of the espresso machinery is on the counter below. Adrian says, was that a V60 pour over? Yes, it's a V60. Adam says, coffee a must or a want? Adam, how dare you ask such a question? Coffee is always a must. No want. Coffee is a necessity upon life. No options here. Susie says, so it's not instant coffee. No, it's not. Wendy says, this is going to be worth it. We'll see. I haven't tried their pastries yet. I've only tried their toast once. Catherine says, have a Danish with the Danish. Oh, that is a good idea. Clarence says, coffee is like a blood infusion. And indeed it is. Like a blood infusion. And it's also very popular amongst Instagrammers. Lots of people taking Instagram. Bernard says, I can't have coffee because I'm underage. Oh, Bernard. It's an acquired taste. So maybe first time you'll have it, it'll be terrible. Or maybe you'll fall in love with it. Susie says, dare you to ask for tea? Susie, and everyone else tuning in from the UK, this is America. Only coffee here. No tea. No tea in beautiful America. Only coffee. Susie says, anyone over 40 in this place? No, I don't think so, literally. There might be people pushing their late 30s, but nope, no plus 40. Adam says, how many cups of coffee is too much? So Adam, in order to overdose from coffee, I think you'll need, is it 5 gallons? Or it's like 1 to 5 gallons, somewhere in that range, to overdose on coffee. So you can assume 1 gallon is the bare minimum of the maximum of coffee. What's this place called? Stay tuned, everyone. I'll let you know the name of it at the end. If you know the name already, keep it to yourself. I'll tell you later on. Audrey says, is that a working bakery in the back? It is. Steven says, what you're having with the coffee? I'm contemplating right now. What bun is the best bun? I love the little, they sell plates and they sell their logo. Oh my god, that's a cardamom bun. That's amazing. Not sure what this is. Kins Danish. Never had a Kins Danish before. We have cannelle. Not sure how to pronounce that. Well, a cookie. Not in the mood for cookies. And a few croissants.
All you had is TV, like, either you were on TV or you're not. Right? Like, whereas now, like, I don't know, you could just have a YouTube channel, like, following. That could be a thing. When, yeah, like, yeah, man, I don't know. But I guess the spikes have kind of but yeah, but I guess that seems like it's weird. Like, why is it? And back when it was like, back when it was genuine, right? Like, for reasons. But it's real weird. It's no longer experience. It still sort of feels like we're right. It's not really about the it's like, it's like it's sort of
Hey, I'll have a pour over coffee.
We're going to be the natural with a water process.
I'll have a Americano.
And the same question, the Honduras or the Brazilian? The Honduras is going to be very creamy, right?
Yeah.
The Brazilian is very nutty.
The Brazilian. And I'll have a cardamom one.
It's hot, correct?
Hot, yeah.
One for here or to go?
I'll have it to go, please.
Go, your first name?
Ariel.
It's going to be on an 80. Love the sweater, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. What time do you guys close? Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So their pour-over is $8. Kind of expensive to pour over. And then beyond that, they're going to take a while. So Americano is the way to go.
Is it go? I still try. Emily? There you go. Jordan, what are they? Both ice, espresso both decisions. Victory! Clutch over here. Emily?
I'd like to clean the
It's right here.
Patrick? Americano too?
Large milk.
Large milk and Americano. Sure.
I'm getting the other one now. Is that Emily? Emily? Nice to try for Emily. You did? Yeah. What are you waiting for? Too hot. Okay. What is the name of the soup? I was supposed to steam that. I'm gonna make you another one. Sorry. No, it's fine.
Here's the espresso milk for you. You're steaming up the chai right now. Perfect. Said Ariel? Ariel?
Yes.
There
Thank you so
are.
much. Appreciate it.
Have a
good
great day.
You as well.
Thank you.
Excuse me one minute. Okay, so that was a awesome wait. So this place is called La Cabra. Ironically, it is not Spanish at all, despite it being called La Cabra, which means goat in Spanish. It is Danish, with a name in Spanish, located in New York City. Makes perfect sense, but I will be going to a place where I can plop my camera down and show you the goods. So I appreciate everyone waiting. You got a real-time waiting in a New York City coffee bar experience. Very authentic. Yeah, to put the camera down because I've learned that it is necessary to. Hey, how's it going?
What up?
Good coffee?
Yeah, it was good.
Good, awesome. That's awesome.
I like the sweater.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I've learned from a terrible incident last year where I end up putting the lid mistakenly down, mistakenly not snug. And while walking around, it spilled over to my pinky. I burned my pinky. Luckily, recovered, but it was a nasty burn for a few weeks. The silk is right here. So yes, okay, everyone, yes. I will potentially cover this again. Stay tuned. I'll cover one of these places soon. This is Little Ukraine. There's a lot of great places around here in Little Ukraine. It's been Little Ukraine for 70 years or maybe more than that. And there's a lot of great Ukrainian restaurants nearby. But stay tuned. Today I'm not going to cover Ukraine, but maybe this week. Stay tuned. Well, let's try a cardamom bun. Cardamom bun. Cardamom bun. So here it is. Beautiful. Look at that. Wow. You are the sweater man today, says Ludo. Indeed I am. I'm getting all the compliments. It's awesome. I think I got bitten by a mosquito. That's annoying. So yes, cardamom bun. I'm so excited for this. Look how soft and beautifully glazed this looks. Oh my God. Adam says, see you later. Adam, you're not sticking around for the cardamom bun. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Thank you so much for tuning in, Adam. Oh, nice sweater, says MK. Thank you so much, MK. Appreciate that. Let's try this out. Wow. Hugh, the beautiful poetry of Allen Ginsberg. Because you're here, we're in East Village. This is where he used to live for many decades. Don't know who he is? Search him up. He has there's videos of him doing live poetry on YouTube. He died about 3 decades ago, but his videos are still surviving to this day. Or audio, at least. This is so good. Super soft. Super soft. I love the crunchy egg washed exterior. I think they do an egg wash to get that glazing. Cardamom taste is really good. They use real cardamom. They did not bullshit with fake cardamom, which is very good. And I love, love, love the entire kind of feel of this.
But we can stop in here after.
Wow. That is delicious. It was very moist. I'm gonna definitely eat the rest later. But let's try the coffee. Coffee looks good. I love their coffee cup. It is a goat, hence the name La Cabra. Makes sense that a Danish brand has a name in Spanish and it's located in New York. Let's see if it's too hot or not. Good coffee. The cardamom bun is delicious. The coffee is very good. How much was it? Asked Janice. Yes, it's okay to ask, of course. You can always ask me how much things are. This was $9.80. The coffee is really good. The cardamom bun is so flavorful that I don't taste all the finer notes of the coffee. But it's very good. It's full-bodied. I like it. It's a little bit more Latin American tasting. The way it's brewed, it's still pretty kind of American style, Scandinavian style, which tends to be brighter.
Right.
But has a more nuttier flavor, as the guy said.
Well, I'm eating everything.
I like it. Don't have a glass of water when you have that cardamom bun. That cardamom bun is so flavorful that I don't really taste the coffee too much. But it's really good. Now, DS says, what was the best coffee you had in your recent trip? The best coffee I had in the UK was a place called Watch House. There's 3 locations in London. Watch House. I did not cover it on live video, but I did cover it on Instagram stories. So, is it worth a dunk? Let's see. Shall I dunk? Since the cardamom bun is so flavorful, shall I dunk it? It's good. Is it perfecto? Says Catherine. It's worth it for the pastries. The coffee. Is it worth the wait for the coffee? Not quite. You could go $7.87. You won't be waiting too long. But for the pastry, yeah. All right, let's do a dunk. Is it dunk worthy? Let's see. There's a cardamom bun versus coffee. New York style, done Danish. Let's go. That is not dunk worthy. Great pastry, great tasting. But the moment you dip it, it becomes a soggy mess in your mouth. And it does not have a good texture when it's soggy. Oh no, this is not dunk worthy. Fail. But great pastry though, and great coffee. Just did not combine well. No. No, it's better left alone. Wow, that has so much cardamom in it. I love cardamom. It has great health benefits too. Everyone, thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed these broadcasts and want to see more, feel free to become a patron. Patreon.com/urbanist. You get access to a whole host of videos. Behind the scenes, you end up getting access to extended tours. You see those 3-minute TikTok videos I do? They sometimes come off 40-minute tours. Like I go through the entire location in depth. I post a full tour for patrons on YouTube, pressing that join button, patreon.com/urbanist, or on Facebook, pressing that become a supporter button. Also, there are clips that I don't use in my videos that are posted afterwards. There are 360 video tours of beautiful cathedrals like St. Giles in Edinburgh and many others. Thank you everyone so much for tuning in, for your stars, for your super chats. And I've had a few comments, people saying, oh, I feel bad that I can't leave super chats or stars. No. If you're feeling that, no, stop. I do not expect anyone to ever leave stars or super chats. I mention it because there are people out there who want to sponsor the show. But by no means, I make these shows free for a good reason. So thank you so much for watching and commenting. So today, before I bid you adieu, a round of hearts to all the people who watch and comment. I love having an audience. That's what means the most out of anything else. Anything else comes secondary. Having an audience is the most beautiful thing. So thank you so much for being an audience. Everyone, keep being awesome and always keep on exploring. Have a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.